for all of y'all watching, those of you, Blue, he's the truth.
Yeah.
Not only is he wearing the African shirt, Blue uses black soap, and he smell like shea butter.
Real talk, I had to say this before we get started is this man, if y'all don't know, this man and his brother, Red Pill, man, y'all need to get up on them. They do a show called Know the Ledge Radio. Real powerful information, real powerful brothers, and to be really honest, they're the spark that got me to do the rapper. These brothers' influence, their love for their people, their words, man, it hit me.
Right.
I was sitting on my couch one day, really ready to give up film, but I saw him and his brother talk about we need creatives out there, we need y'all to get back out there and start making films, making movies, doing it. And I was just like, man, this is what I was put on this earth to do. So who am I to just sit on this talent? So I got this. That's why it's really special for me to have this brother right here with me. So shout out to Red, shout out to Blue. Thank y'all, brothers. I really appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Okay, now we got one more point that we got, because I was assigned this.
Okay.
We got to shout out. Somebody's supposed to be here.
D-Rob.
D-Rob, yes.
And well, I had to do that because Stephanie said, make sure we say, let everybody know that he's late. And that's
y'all gonna know when he get in here.
Everybody know he late.
Cause I'm gonna put him on blast, y'all. Y'all gonna know when he get in here. Me and D-Rock like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when he come in, he gonna be grinning. He gonna be trying to talk, man. You know, look, we gonna get him when he get in here. Y'all gonna help me.
Okay, so now with all that being said, you know what I mean. Now you started off at a great point as far as keep it this. You started off at a great point about who inspired you to get this started. Right. So let's start from the beginning. We see where the inspiration came from. So what was the first step? Like what was it like when you made a decision that you were going to do it? Once you got that inspiration and you made that decision, what was the first step? Take us through the process. And I'm saying that not just for information's sake. I'm saying it because there's probably listeners out there who want to produce a movie themselves.
No, absolutely. So, if y'all don't mind, I'll give you the whole breakdown.
We ain't got that much time now.
He got time.
Give me your life story.
No. I'm not gonna be long-winded with it. But what happened was this is actually a story about a friend of mine who was murdered in 2010. Wow. And I always wanted to honor his memory because he had such a big personality and he was a great person. And you know, the world just should have known this guy. You know, he wanted to be a rapper. So I was just thinking of ways to honor his memory, and I was like, why not do a web series about the experience that he had, what he went through in his ordeal, and what ultimately led up to his death. So I actually shot this before when I was living in Los Angeles. I was assigned to a production company called 4705 Media, but they went under, financial problems, whatever. So the money wasn't coming in, and long story short, I had to leave LA, come to Atlanta, and that situation at 4705 Media kind of disheartened me from doing film. Like I wanted to give up, like I didn't want to do it anymore. I went and got married, had a baby. I was like, I'm gonna just be a regular 9-to-5 dude. But like I said, I was sitting there watching these brothers on TV, and they was just like, man, get out there and create, get out there and create. And I was blessed to meet a brother by the name of Javon Green, who gave me the space to do it. And I went in, I was working at Google, and it was paying me some good money. So I went ahead and invested in myself. I went and bought me a camera, an iMac, all the tools I needed to go ahead and get myself started. I started looking at my Facebook page, seeing who's interested in doing film, grabbed some people that was interested in doing film, built my team, and put it out there that we gonna cast for the rapper, and bam, here we are. You know what I'm saying? This is, we did this in November, and here we are, June, and now we ready to rock. So
wow,
yeah,
that's great.
Wow. You said something powerful. You said that you invested in yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, you know, I see some people that they do something and it don't last.
Yeah.
You know, they do something and they do this one thing and then you don't see nothing else anymore.
Right.
You know, whatever, because people don't take the time to invest. And it's to me the investment. I know it takes there's a process. It's production and whatever, and it's not just in film, but whatever you're doing. When it comes to this particular project, investing in yourself, buying your whatever, and not looking for anyone to basically, how can I say it?
Handouts.
Hand out, finance you. Oh, we don't have no money, blah blah. No, what you did was you made it happen, and you knew that it was going to take, you know, that initial investment to go within 6 months. Everybody doesn't do it within 6 months, and I always say this when I see people that expeditiously get to that point that they're trying to get to. That's when you know it's designed. That's when you know you're in your passion. When you do all that you have to do, you put all that you have to do into it, and on your own, and it's kind of like you have this mind frame where you're like, look, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this done.
Absolutely.
And you built your team, you got your equipment, and now here it is. We're in June. We just got into June. You know what I mean? Nobody does things like that quickly. And it be the quality that, because I watched the trailer, and it be the quality that it is.
Indeed.
So shout out to you for that, because everybody doesn't do that. But I always say, when I see somebody move, like just grow so quick, you know, and the situation be so expeditious, I'm like, that's how you know that it's designed for you to do that, and you walking in your purpose, and you're walking in.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I mean,
what if you had, and you said to yourself, you was like, yo, I gotta do this.
I mean, this I was conditioned to do this. I went to school for it, so I understand the process of filmmaking. You know what I'm saying? And I am a professional when it comes to it. So I'm not just gonna jump and say, I got an idea, let me go shoot it.
Right.
I'm gonna make sure my plan is right and we execute it in a timely manner, and it comes out right. Cause I don't. Can we curse on here?
Yeah, you're free. It's world star.
No,
you could be somebody else if you want to.
No, I ain't.
Just keep your glasses on. That's all it is. Just don't get too crazy.
No, but I don't believe in doing stuff half-assed. You know what I'm saying? I used to get a whooping for doing half-assed stuff. Yeah. Like cleaning my room halfway. My mom would kick my ass, but you know, and I just really, I'm really precise, and I really want things to go a certain way. So I'm not gonna rush into anything. I'm gonna take my time. This is I set a plan in November, and I plan to deliver this in June and July. You know what I'm saying? And this is a testament of that. But I had a lot of help. I can't say I did it all by myself. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of people helping me out.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Exactly. I think that's what we as black people, we need to start doing, man. Is we gotta set ego to the side. Like me, I have no ego. Like for me to even be here right now and talking to y'all, it's kind of because I don't like attention. I don't like fame. I really like to move with stealth and be low.
Oh, we get ready to bring the band in here and everything. You should have said that.
Exactly.
But I really like to be low key because I don't want people to think that I'm above them. I don't want people to think I'm below them. I'm right next to you. We in this together. Let's make it happen, man.
And you got warrants.
Hey man, I really do.
Look,
he was like, yeah. Man.
That's the popo up here.
Man, he ain't even supposed to be here right now. He's supposed to be at the house.
Hey man, we in Georgia. It's all good.
Ankle bracelet on.
He said he crossed the state line.
I don't think my warrants travel from California.
Man, that ankle bracelet buzzing like a mug on that plane. What is that?
Right.
That turbulence. Ain't no turbulence.
But man, it's all about planning and executing. You gotta write your goals down and what you expect from them and make it happen, man. What I'm doing, man, anybody could do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think anything I did was special. I just had a vision and I made sure that happened. You feel me? And shoot, man, anybody could do it, man. And I'll help you get there because I'm that type of dude. Like I think don't have, like I said, I don't have an ego because I feel as a collective, as black people, if we're all good, then it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we need to saturate the market right now. It's this brother, his brother said something that resonated with me. He said, it's our time to change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? We have y'all a media outlet. We can change the narrative. We got YouTube. We can oversaturate it and see nothing but black faces. We don't have to wait for opportunities. Right. When I was working in Hollywood, I was sitting there thinking I had to wait for an opportunity. I'm sitting here, I was working on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, working on Basketball Wives. Like, man, one day these folks gonna see me working hard and I'm gonna get like nah. I'm further along now that I created my own situation than I would have been.
That's right.
You know, sitting up there waiting behind what's his name, Ryan Seacrest at E. You know, no man, like do your own thing, man. It's let's get it. Let's stop the complaining, stop the whining, stop waiting for somebody to give us an opportunity. Man, you able-bodied, you need to go out there and make things happen.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what my grandfather always told me? He said that everybody has, and he was kind of cutthroat with it, but he said something that was really true. He said that he didn't have sympathy for a person that had an able body or whatever that was out and they were begging, or whatever. Because his theory is everybody has the same 24 hours. Everybody has the same 24 hours. So what you choose to do with your 24 hours is what you choose to do for your 24 hours. And even to support that statement, is a homeless guy that went in a coffee shop, and he was going in this coffee shop every day. And instead of asking for money or handout or whatever, he would go in there and work for free and wash dishes. And he continued to do that it was a long period of time, I can't recall, but it was a long period of time to the point of they actually gave him a job. They cleaned him up, gave him a job, and the lady they did a interview, and the lady was saying that he hadn't been late one day. And she said, my pay, but she was saying this when he wasn't, like before they gave him the job. She said he hadn't been late not one day. Really? And he's in there working for free. And she was like, I have some employees that I pay that don't come to work on time. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of late, I was late today. Let me just put that out there.
They came right in on time.
I was late today, and somebody else was late. Somebody else is late.
Oh man.
Bring them on in. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We have
Doctor, what's up, man?
For those of you just tuning in to Industry Access Radio, this is the gentleman that I was speaking about that is late. What's going on, D-Rob?
Hey, what's going on?
Let's get him in here.
We slide in.
Yeah.
Slide. Come on over this way right here, man. We're gonna bring in this family thing.
No problem.
Absolutely. So let's get back into this.
Let's get personal. How many people have you shot?
I can't say I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Negative 5.
Yeah, don't talk to me. He got warrants too.
You know what I'm saying? We in here talking about, court dates and things like that, you know what I mean?
Man, we can't go on all like this.
I was in the stealing cars, you know what I'm saying? First of all, you had a few bodies. So.
Look, he about to say, first of all, I give honor to God.
You know what I'm saying? All right, stand up, tell us your name.
That's number one,
and your church affiliation, you know what I mean?
But first of all, I do like to say give honor to God and happy birthday to Tupac, man.
Absolutely.
All time.
Yes.
We already talking about all that.
I mean, like I said, Pac got me through life. He got
With
me
some
through.
real stuff.
Oh yeah, real stuff. I'm just talking about every point of life. I mean, every area of life, man. He touched. You know what I mean? So he wasn't just a rapper, man. He was a poet. You know what I mean? He was civil rights. He had all that in him, man. Pac was a great man.
And I can expand on that too. I'm sitting here because of Tupac, man. I like lost myself into his music. I lost myself in the Pac's music, and he taught me how to be a critical thinker. You know what I'm saying? Don't take everything on face value. Always ask questions, and you know that you here for something better. You know what I'm saying? So he's him, Cube, Chuck D.
Yeah.
Man, they the reasons why I'm sitting right here. You know what I'm saying? And I do what I do. So
And let's talk about the big reason why you sitting here.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, I know, right? We were supposed to talk about
let's not go. We
had to get shout out to Tupac.
Yeah, we had to get that out. You already know.
You know what I mean? But you ain't gonna just come in here late and take over. Hold on now. But so let's, for people who don't know, you know what I mean, people just tuning in. This is the rapper. Right. Let's go and tell people what it is.
Okay.
And exactly, don't give away everything. But
oh no, absolutely.
Give a piece of the skeleton. Let them know, you know, what it's about, because you know. We already talked about how you were inspired and you know what the steps were.
Gotcha.
But let's go into the meat of it, man. Let's talk about, you know, what this is, and you know, cause I'm interested. Like I'm trying to see what's up. You know, like you know, it was cool.
I'm looking for the DVD, man. I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, like I saw the trailer and I immediately went outside and robbed somebody. I just felt like that was just due. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like it was 1994 all over again. Like I need to get some. Somebody got to get got. I'm just
no, well, you know, I did want to stray away from your typical hood type of stuff, man. But I mean, I needed there to catch y'all, to get y'all attention, and get debate. But this is a story. It's a grassroots story. You know, whenever we see these new shows, we always catch them at the peak of their success. Let's start at the bottom. Start at when you don't know who you are, what you want to do with life. Then that's where you find the young man in the story, Tay Brackens. He caught up in what he thinks defines him as a man in that street life. And he meets some people along the way that show him, yo, you have a talent and the world needs to see it, and we don't need you there because that's counterproductive. We need you productive. So that way society's better, our community's better. You know what I'm saying? We have a young brother that these kids can look up to and see that there's another way of doing things, another way of being successful than, you know, what we were told as a youth, that we had to be out here thugging in order to get by. So if anybody, when people ask me what the rapper is, it's all about growth and balance. We're growing with this character. We are this character. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, we are Tay Brackens. That's why I started him off as somebody relatable, because I want you to see yourself in him. And I want you to grow with him, and you will grow with him. So that is the rapper. It's not a hood flick. So if you're a fan of Money and Violence, I love Money and Violence, don't get me wrong, but it's just not. It's not that. It's a story behind it. We're gonna grow with this young man, and a black woman plays an essential part in his growth, which I really want to push, because I believe the black woman is God, and I worship the black woman, and I love the black woman. I'm married to a black woman. I have a black woman. I have 2 sisters that's black women.
I know that's.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to make her roles be potent in this story. So this story is about growth and balance, man. And I'm hoping everybody enjoys it and gets more out of it than entertainment. So there you have it.
Wow.
Now let me ask this.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you go about choosing? When you were doing your casting, how did you go about choosing?
It's so funny.
Another question I wanted to ask too.
That story is so funny because when we were casting, like I didn't get the turnout that I really wanted. You know what I'm saying? Which is because I don't know how to cast in Atlanta. Like in LA, you just put it on LA casting and bam, you got a door full of people. You know what I'm saying? But in Atlanta, it's different. Like I don't know the talent agents or anything, you know, because I'm kind of hitting the reset button out here in Atlanta. So when we did the casting, I got a couple of cats come in, and I just started getting pissed off. Like, man, is this the best y'all got to offer? It was cats in there that was just couldn't act, or they didn't have the feeling or the look that I was looking for. So I was just like, man, screw this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll try this again next month. And then the brother who's playing Tay Brackens, Joel Henry, he just walks in. Like, I swear to God, I can't make this up. He just walks in and he's just like, hey man, so y'all heard y'all auditioning. And I was like, that's the motherfucker I need. You know what I'm saying? So
From that?
Yeah. He had the look and the presence, and then I gave him the script to do it, and he executed the way that I wanted to. I was like, wow, okay, cool. So bam, we got our lead dude. So then I already had the cast built. Like, this brother was one of the first ones that I even brought in. He killed his audition. The sister who plays
Now, what time did he show up for the audition? Hey, did he show up at the time that you asked everybody to show up? Did he show up when he wanted to damn show up? But obviously, I'm not saying you didn't do a good job. It's more than obvious you did a good job because you're here. You made the poster. I'm starting to see that's why ain't nobody smiling on the poster because they was waiting on his ass to show up
They
so
was
they
like,
could
look, I'm
shoot the pictures.
They said, I'm mad. Shoot, take the shot. I'm mad.
Oh man, no, my man Dion, he's good with time. He's always on time. He's an ultimate professional, man. Like, hey man, I don't have no complaints out of this dude. He's awesome. He's man, this dude, he's on point, man, and he's doing big things too outside of this. So we support the brother and everything that he do. So yeah, that's how the cast rounded up, man. Great cast. Everybody is on point, man. They give you, you don't. So I tell them all the time, I don't want to just see you, I don't want to hear you, but I want to feel you. We have to hit the chest. That's what we aim for when we acting. Because if people don't feel you, I told them, if you don't get this right in the first 15 seconds of when this premieres, then we wasted our time. Because you gotta grab people out the gate when you doing films and everything, man. I understand the science of how this works. So I made sure I stressed that to my crew and my cast, and they executed it, man. We got a pretty good product. It's 8 episodes, great story, great growth, great character development. You're gonna love everybody. You're gonna hate a few people, but it's a dope story. And
I'm gonna tell you what I hated.
What's that?
I'm gonna tell you what I hated right now. I'm looking at the trailer.
Yeah.
I can say this because the trailer's out, but I'm looking at the trailer, and if you saw when the dude get shot and everything go dark. I said, now see, and then the credits come on.
Yeah, I mean, that's called
I know,
cliffhanger, right?
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. But you know how we women are. We like to know, okay, wait a minute. What's going on? Give me a little bit more. But
can't do that.
It was good though.
Yeah.
Like it was good though. Like I watched it like 3 times.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was good. And I like I said before, I like the quality of it.
Yeah.
And I could tell that it wasn't typical.
No.
And I read your release first.
Yeah.
And then I watched it.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Appreciate it.
That's real cool.
Yeah. Like I said, I wanna give more balanced perspectives when we do film. Like, a lot of times when we see films and web series, it's kind of predictable in what we call in film expositional dialogue. Like, oh, I'm the greatest lawyer in the city of Atlanta. Like, no. Let me tell you, the inspiration for like how the show is set up has been Breaking Bad and The Wire. I will sit and watch a whole season of The Wire and Breaking Bad, like how they do this, how like the rhythm of it, how does it go. So I incorporate that into the rapper. So that's how it's shot and it's done with a nice rhythm to it. You know, you're not going to be taken out. It's a dope show, and I'm really proud of this. Like, if it was whack, I swear to you, I would not put this out because my name is attached on it. And in this business, you are as good as your name.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
And because I went to school for media arts too.
Okay.
You know what I mean, I specialize in directing and filmmaking and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
So, and I want to ask you, like, do you have a favorite director? And I'm asking because with what you're saying is, I've always believed that directors, filmmakers, producers have to meet the artist halfway. You gotta meet the actor halfway. It's your job to act. You have to come halfway from in front of the screen. But you have to meet him halfway.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, you know what I mean? Because, you have to perform as well from behind it. Like John Landis is one of my favorites.
Oh, really?
John Landis to me is awesome.
Cold.
Like, he's one of the best.
Yeah.
So, and I was just saying that, I want to like, do you have a favorite director?
Oh, absolutely.
Or do you pinpoint and borrow things from
Yeah, absolutely. Here's an interesting story. My neighbor when I was growing up was Keenan Ivory Wayans. and they were filming Hollywood Shuffle across the street from my house. And then he went on to In Living Color. So Keenan Ivory Wayans, which I always give credit to him for like being that spark that got me to want to do film. But as I got older and I started learning styles, of course John Singleton, man, that's like that's the dude. You know what I'm saying? They filmed Boys in the Hood right around the corner. Like, you know, Poetic Justice. I used to go like right by that barbershop that they filmed in, you know. Like that's the dude. Him and Ice Cube were like the dudes who I admire the most, you know what I'm saying? And of course you can throw Spike in there, of course, you know what I'm saying? Those are like my biggest inspirations, and I don't want to I don't want to be like compare myself to them because I'm carving my own lane, you know what I'm saying? But I do pick and pull from the legends and try and incorporate my own style to what they do so I can, you know, garner their respect as a peer. Because, you know, right now I'm still a baby. I'm still a, you know.
I mean, don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that, man. I mean, Boys in the Hood was John Singleton's first thing, man. He did that right out of school, man.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, you never know. The rappers, you know, this is looking good for you right now, man.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? I tell you now, as you know, guy just coming out the gate with it, you know, you hit what you aim for.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So as far as if you say you a baby, you gonna be a baby.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know, I always tell everybody, man, you know, you hit what you aim for, man. So I don't know. I like what I saw, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you've invested in yourself, and honestly, this guy right here looks very familiar. See, I know this gentleman from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I told you did.
Yeah, he's trained under some people I know. So I know that you got some good quality work out of this one. You know what I mean? I don't know, you know, what time you showed up to work, but
No, actually, man, Dion's character is Brother Will, and he's
Brother Will. Okay.
And I based his character off of like lessons that I learned from these brothers and a bunch of other brothers that they roll with, and I had to infuse them all into one character. But he is the role model that extracts the greatness out of Teddy. Like that's what we need as young black males. Is all we need is somebody to believe in us. You know what I'm saying? I know me growing up, I didn't really have anybody that believed in me. You know what I'm saying? I had to kind of learn how to believe in myself, and once I did that, then you know, man, things start working. But I just feel like had I had that early on, you know, my confidence would have been a lot higher and a lot better, and I would have been able to achieve more. So it's imperative, I think, that I showcase like how we need to get active in young men's lives, you know, young men and young women's lives, and show them, yo, you can be great, you know what I'm saying? Help them find themselves, because, you know, once you find yourself, man, like, life is a breeze, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. For the most part, I guess. I found myself when I was 12. It got more and more complicated from that point.
And he was still the same height.
Yeah.
y'all so cold.
So D, Brother Will, how did you feel about your character?
It was kind of relatable a little bit about my own life, by coming up and having to find my way in different situations. And sometimes you bump your head a lot, like you said, when you're trying to teach learn the streets and learn the world in your own self. You know, you tend to make mistakes. But once I have went through what I went through, changed my life, and then started following my dream. The character of Brother Will is like similar to that. You know, he gets in trouble early on in life. He gets locked up. He don't have any children. So when he meets Tay, he takes heed to him like it's almost like a son to him, and teaches him not to make the same mistakes he made. So I mean, the character of Brother Will is powerful, and we need more Brother Wills out here.
You're right. You're right. I agree. That's why when he said you play, I was like, okay. Yeah. So he don't play no good boy in this one.
And since everybody's not here, I want you to do me a favor and just kind of go around. I guess we already started here, so let's go clockwise and just kind of tell me everybody's role.
Okay, I got you.
I'm gonna pull this up. You get that. I'm gonna pull this up so everybody can see.
So we'll start from
Brother Will was on the top right.
Okay, yeah. At the bottom is DeMarcus, who is based off of my friend that passed away, and it's played by a brother named Muhammad Cannon, which is solid guy, man, and he's part of the crew that kind of gave me the operating space where I needed to get busy. So big shout out to Muhammad Cannon, good brother. To the right of him is the mother, that's played by Jackson Denise, strong sister. She's actually a gospel artist, and she's a beast when it comes to that singing. So y'all check her out.
I thought I recognized her.
Oh yeah. She's usually at the Apache
You ain't
Cafe.
been to church in 5 years.
Apache Cafe.
And she's from South Carolina though. She's from South Carolina.
I thought I recognized her.
That ain't the one you was with last time.
You just a hater, man. Let's go on with it.
All right, and next to Jackson is Brittany Doctor. She plays the girlfriend.
That's this one.
Yeah, no, that's the mom right there.
That's the mom, okay.
Yeah, and that's right there. That's Brittany Doctor. She plays the girlfriend, Tiana Smith. Her and Tay's relationship is kind of rocky. You know, they were high school sweethearts all together, but once you get out in the world, you know, you start discovering different things. So, you know, what was cool with you when you was a kid, it ain't cool now. So, their relationship, you'll see. So, above her is the sister, Ashton Breon. She plays Brooklyn, which is the black woman that I was talking about that brings the best out of Tay. So her character is very, very, very powerful, and I couldn't give it to a more deserving, talented sister than her. And in the middle you have Tay Brackers, which is played by Joel Henry, and actually this is his first time acting, and he's been great, man. Like he's real coachable. He takes good direction, and I hope that people see that and he gets other opportunities to do things, because he's a young brother with potential, and he actually fits the Tay role because he's at the same age as Tay, kind of undecided about where to go in life, you know. So the role fits him very well, and he executed it well. So I'm really proud of the whole crew. I mean, whole cast as well as the crew, because the crew's been unbelievable as well, like really putting in work behind the scenes. So I'm really proud of everybody. So don't worry, guys. I'll shout you out when they give me the opportunity. So don't trip on me.
We definitely gonna give him time to shout you guys out.
Not really. Don't feel like it.
I love the poster. I really like the way the poster looks, and it fits with. You know how everything just kind of collides and just fits? Yeah, it fits. Well, I can't wait.
I appreciate it. I totally believe less is always more in this industry. So, you know, like I said, I don't want to smack people in the face with stuff. I like for my audience, I like to believe that my audience is intelligent enough to kind of put two and two together. And that's what I like, why I watch The Wire and Breaking Bad, because those are for intelligent audiences, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta really like be in tune to know what's going on. So yes, less is always more when you're in the film industry. If I can give anybody some kind of advice, oh man, like just we're talented people. That's what we here for. We built for this. So let somebody else get some shine. So if you feel like you have some talent and you willing to work, like, and I have to emphasize this, you willing to work, because one thing I absolutely hate is to have my time wasted. Like anybody that knows me will tell you. If you tell me to be somewhere and I show up an extra 30 minutes early, and I expect you to be there. So when you show up an extra 30 minutes late or an hour late, our business relationship is done, because that lets me know you don't respect my time or me. So I'm real particular when it comes to that. But if you are down to work and you don't mind getting your hands dirty and you ready to build, let's do it. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's get it.
You know, I went to an event. It was like a panel discussion, and one of the things that this guy said, he said that he hired some interns, and he said the intern came in. Now they're you know, doing the event, makeup, all that other kind of stuff. So they're gonna be on their feet. And he said the intern came and was dressed like, you know, heels and stuff like that. And he said the first thing he said was, do you have anything else to wear? And she was like, no. And he said, okay, we're done for the day. And he said because he didn't feel like she came to work. And he said that when you know what you're coming into, and like you said, getting your hands dirty, like you coming in to work. You know, you ain't coming in to be cute. You ain't coming in to catch. You know, whatever. Like you coming in to work because we got something to do. You know what I mean? So it's very, very important, you know, to have those people that are gonna come in and have that great work ethic and do what they're supposed to do.
Actually,
and you don't find that a lot.
No,
you actually hit a point just now, and it was real silent, but I'm gonna blow it up for you because there was like more than one point in there. If for those of you who are always missing the other point in that story, research what it is that you're going to do. If the young lady in that story had done the research on the job that she so-called was going for, she would have known. You know, she would have been better prepared. You know what I mean? So, and for actors or just anybody, especially actors, we talk about somebody, if you want to go out for a movie or this, that, and whatever, read the script, read the story, figure out what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, even in my acting class, they'll give us these 5-liners or under fives is what they call them, or they hand you a script and say, all right, take 15 minutes and then we're going to deliver it on camera. I had one of the instructors pull me aside and said, I know it says start here and stop here, but read the whole thing and figure out what's going on. Don't just read your lines. You know what I mean? Do some research. Figure out what's going on, what's happening, what's the tone. You know what I mean?
When you're acting, you have to be in that moment in order to sell the scene. Because if, like, one thing in my directing class in school, they was like, I always tell your actors, I don't want to know you're acting. I want to be lost in that moment. And there's a scene in this show. Oh my God, it's a scene that.
Tell it.
Go on, testify.
Tell it.
I'm not. Y'all gonna have to see, but it's a scene.
He was about to give up the whole movie.
I tried.
He was about to give up the.
Blew it up. Blew it up.
Yeah,
Tony had the pistol.
No, it's a scene that is so powerful, and they really brought it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be on episode 6 though, but it's.
So now we gotta look. Now we got to go through 1 through 5.
I'm so proud of them, like, cause they really internalized that moment.
Wow.
And made it manifest. Like, I'm sitting there on set and my feelings is getting hurt. I'm like, goodness, did I write this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But definitely that work ethic thing is a big deal. You know, I'm like, when I was growing up, my pops, he does IT. Like, my pops is a dude from the east side of Watts. Went to the worst high school in Watts, Watts, California. And he turned out to be a computer IT, making like $80 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Making big money. $80 an hour. My pops makes $80 an hour.
Where's he at?
And if y'all trying to rob him, we have problems.
No, I'm not trying to rob him.
Okay, I'm just being sure.
I don't know the kind of people I need to get to know. What the hell you talking about? It's on your mind.
But but my pops, I watched him sit and lock himself in a room and just had his head buried in books. And he would always tell me, man, you need to be doing what I'm doing. Well, Dad, I don't like computers. I'll find it something else. So with film, man, I lock myself in, and my wife will tell you, I'll be up till 4 in the morning editing and doing all that stuff, man. I'm passionate about it. I love it. This is the best thing that I have ever done and what I love to do, and I just can't wait for the world to see it.
Now, speaking of family, how do you balance that? You know, long, cause I know you know.
You got the kids in the car
Long
right now,
hours.
don't you?
Like, to be honest, my
Almost
daughter
dead.
was about to be up in
Yeah,
here with us. My daughter was about to be up in here with us for a second, cause you know, time got complicated with me sending her to my mother-in-law. But man, my wife is awesome. She's real patient with me, you know what I'm saying, and really understanding. And man, it is a lot of times where, you know, a lot of the work falls on her because like just recently I had to go out to New York to do an interview, you know what I'm saying, and she's a warrior, you know what I'm saying. That's the queen. She balances everything out. She balances me out, and she makes sure that I'm okay and takes care of me. So my wife is dope. She's like
shout out to wifey.
Yeah,
shout out to wifey.
Love you, Sherelle.
Oh, that's just beautiful.
Isn't that cute?
It's
just as precious.
Hey man,
He's blushing and everything.
Sherelle, he is blushing. If you can't see him, he's blushing.
It's not talking about wife. Hey, you want a tissue?
it's real because if I couldn't see. I mean, of course I could do it, but the amount of time I'm not home and I'm not able to, you know, be there and take care of things, man. She's a hell of a woman for even, you know, having the patience and helping with this and understanding my dream and understanding my vision. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't get easy because we got a newborn. My daughter will be 1 year old July 1st. So, you know, it's been crazy, you know, baby and Vincent want to go out there and do movies and everything. And, you know, it's rough on her. So, you know, she's really appreciated. And, man, I couldn't do this without her. I wouldn't be sitting here right now without my wife.
Right.
She
drove. No, I was we saw the Jeep, bruh. It's all good. You know, baby on board. It's all good. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Really? You gonna put the baby on board?
I'm just saying. You gotta do what you gotta do. I wish somebody else was in the car with it. You was on time. No, dude, I was playing.
But no, man, that's my love of my life. She balances me out, man, and I got everything that I have right now because of her. So shout out to my wife.
Wow. Are we recording this?
Yes, we are.
All right, man. Listen.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, I'm telling you, if y'all ever get divorced, that's gonna get pulled up right there.
Oh, man.
I got everything.
Look, she gonna be calling us
you gonna be talking about all of us you don't deserve. Play that. I got everything.
Lay that. Slow it down.
We gonna get subpoenaed.
So you stick with it now, bro. You talk to yourself.
I couldn't see myself with anybody else because, like I said, this woman. I came to Atlanta broken, you know what I'm saying? I moved back out here in 2013, like I didn't have anything. I was sleeping on my mom's couch, you know what I'm saying?
Been there.
And yeah, you know, my wife, she didn't look at that. She helped me get on my feet. Like anytime I needed to go to a job interview, she helped me. You know, she drove me there. If I needed money to catch the bus or if I needed money to eat, she was right there. And I've been able to return the favor to her. You know what I'm saying? Like
she got a sister?
Yeah. Yeah, she does. She actually does. Hey, man, don't say that. Hey, Felicia.
I'm about to be in the Jeep with you. Dude, I want some glasses too. I want to be like you, dog. What's up?
She's a great woman, and I wish that more black relationships could take a page out of our books and not base everything off of superficial stuff, but just look for balance in a person. Like, I'm everything she's not, and she's everything I'm not, and we just balance each other out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dreamer. You know what I'm saying? Big imagination. She's more firm, realistic, and she keeps me straight. And,
she's structured.
Oh yeah, absolutely, totally structured. Because me, I'm wild. Not wild in a bad way, but
all over the place.
Yeah. Like I have a terrible spending problem, like with shoes. If you guys see my closet, this brother can testify how my closet looked with shoes all over the place, and she's like, you need to cut that out. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all like a PG version of Lucius and Cookie.
He's from Chicago, right?
No, she's from. Oh, you mean the
In the
character?
show, she's
Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah, that's my wife is actually from. Nah, me and my wife, I'm like Raj from What's Happening, and then she's like Thelma from Good Times. That makes sense.
Oh, okay, all right.
Sassy.
Basically, yeah. You know, like the PG version. You come in with a bag of shoes, and you like, I know you ain't wearing.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look, so man, I'm trying to get some more joy.
Yeah, she did.
He be leaving his bags in the car.
No, I really do. No, really, I really do. I'll be like, man, I'm gonna sneak this joint in. Sneak this joint in the nighttime. No,
That's what's up. It's good. It's real good stuff to see that. And like you said, we don't have enough of that.
No,
We won't have enough of that.
Yeah,
I always say I like to see that love that lasts for 10, 20, 50 years. My grandparents were married.
yeah, we have to bring that back, man. It's important. Like, man, it's about time for us to start healing as a community. It's no more finger pointing. I don't want to hear, like, Father's Day is about to come up. I don't want to see all this Happy Mother's Day, Father's Day to me. It's no time for finger pointing. It's only time for healing. Let's get our relationships back
I'm
intact.
gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a single parent, and I ain't gonna spoil y'all day. I don't do that. So that cause I can teach my son a lot of things, but I can't teach him how to be a man.
And you know what? I'm just proud of you for admitting that. Because a lot of women step in where I can raise a boy. I can do you cannot teach a boy how to be. I don't care how hard you do. It's just certain things like only thing you can teach him is you can show him what's missing.
Yeah.
But you can't teach him how to fill that gap.
Clear evidence of that is how a lot of brothers behave today, because you can't even engage in conversation with them and have a disagreement with them without like feminine characteristics coming out of them. Like they want to take it to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like we just bantering. You know what I mean?
So it's like you can't be all emotional with all that testosterone in you. Or something bad gonna happen.
And it's the same thing though for like it's great for the father to be in daughter's or a son's life, because being in a daughter's life you can pretty much spend time with her, show her how a woman is supposed to be treated. Without a father there, it's like a woman has to find her own way. When you spend that time with them and you show your daughter how you're supposed to be treated, as she grows and get older, she'll look, and a guy can come and say anything to her, but if it's not the way her father has treated her, she's gonna be like, I ain't dealing with you. And it's already built into her. You see what I'm saying? It's
father set the bar of what a woman is supposed to look for. When she says, I want to find a boyfriend, a husband, this, that, and whatever. The father's the guy who a man provides structure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Put your hands on them, all the time. And I'm a huge disciplinarian, and I know we gotta go, but I'm a huge disciplinarian, and even with my son. With my son, he's a handful, and he don't bite his tongue.
How old is he?
But he's 3. He'll be 4 in August. Okay. But if it ever so happens that you hear my son is very open, and he's very verbal. And I do teach my children to be verbal. Yeah. But I teach them to be verbal with respect.
Right.
So because I was up when I was coming up, it was like, what you say? Nothing. Or you better not say, and then you ask why, and it's like, cause I said so. So it's like you really couldn't be verbal. You really and for a long time I would shielded myself from being open to how I felt if I didn't like something or whatever. It wasn't until I got old, and now it's crazy. Like I'm so blunt and direct or whatever, you know what I mean? Because for so long, so I do teach my children to be open. Now my son can kind of be extra with it, and I can, like he told me, because I say this to people. He said, Mommy, you being disrespectful. And I said, what you know about being disrespectful?
30-year-old telling you that?
Yeah, he telling me I'm being, but what you know about being disrespectful? So I asked him, what does disrespectful mean? And I make him give me a meaning for stuff that he says, so he'll know exactly what it is that he's saying. But I can look at him and he'll be like, and then he'll just sit back and he'll calm down.
Yeah.
But it only lasts for like 5 minutes, and then he right back to doing what he.
What
You
you
know,
I
said.
mean, he's
cutting
a
up
kid,
again.
but you know what though? I was talking to my mother about something, you know. When we just talking about, I'm talking about parenting in general. You know, I was talking to my mother about something that a lot of us have to unlearn. I don't want to go on a long rant. This ain't gonna take long. But one thing we have to start doing is validating our children.
Yeah.
You have to be the one to tell your daughter that she's beautiful, that she's smart.
Yeah.
You have to do that because I don't know if any of y'all experienced this. I know me personally, you know, there was kind of a little bit of this in my childhood growing up. You know, you would hear parents say negative things about their kids. My kids, they lazy, they this, they that. And in our community, it started from slavery. I'm gonna get, and you feeling me right now. You also, but I'm saying, well, the thing about it is, and I'm not blaming. What I'm saying is, I'm not playing the blame game. What I'm doing, I'm explaining the roots of what certain problems are in our community.
Absolutely.
When parents would do that, a lot of times don't work so hard, don't do so well, because they're gonna take you away from me. So a lot of times we adopted that mentality and it's been passed down. So that's why it's important for us to validate our children, to tell them that they're smart, and tell them that they're beautiful. And so when they go out into the world and they hear it, they ain't hearing it for the first time.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we are gonna. Oh, sorry, y'all.
You gotta pay for that.
No. We gotta close, you know, guys. For you guys that are just tuning in, we've been talking to Vince LaMotte, and we've been talking to cast member D-Rob. I call him D-Rob, but Dion Robertson.
That's right.
We definitely want to give you guys an opportunity to tell them where they can reach you.
Okay.
Tell them where they can follow you, how they can follow the rapper. Give them all the information.
Okay, no doubt. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/The Rapper Show, which is dope because we have like 5,000 likes right now. So thank you for showing us love. Instagram is @The Rapper Show. And to follow me on Facebook is Facebook/V LaMotte, VLAMOTTE. And my Instagram is Vinnie_Sankofa. Sankofa is spelled SANKOFA. And our website for the rapper is therapper.tv. So check us out on all those social media sites and websites.
Hey guys, you heard it here.
Oh, one more. I'm sorry. Where you can see the rapper at.
Go ahead.
I'm tripping. Doggy Diamonds TV. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds. He gave me the platform to showcase my show. So Doggy Diamonds TV on YouTube. Check us out. The whole first season of the rapper is gonna be on there. Doggy Diamonds TV.
Yeah, and, you can follow me, Dion Robertson, on Facebook at D_Rob_Robertson. D_ROBB_Robertson. And Instagram, DRob2K3. DROB2K3. And Snapchat. You can follow me at Mr. Robertson D@gmail.com.
Good deal.
And put some respect on my name.
Always.
Well, guys, you heard it here. This is another episode of Industry Access. This is your girl, Stephanie. And my boy,
Shula King, man. Shula King.
Marty P is out today.
Yeah.
Tune in next week, same time.
Same place.
And we out.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.